of fetching Angie's mum from the station?
All in good time. You thought about my proposition?
Yeah, I thought about it.
1 room, son, that's all I'm after.
Look, we want to sublet the whole basement, Dad, as a flat for a really hefty rent.
I told you, the sort of tenant you're looking for just doesn't exist. You're being over-optimistic. What you need is a short-sighted millionaire who's not too choosy.
Look, Dad...
But, I mean, it's not as if I'm desperate or anything. I mean, the fact that my place is being bulldozed down to make a supermarket is neither here nor there. You know, no doubt the manager will let me kip on the meat counter.
Dad...
I'm not asking for charity either. I don't want you to feel in any way obliged to me simply because I've given up the best years of my life bringing you up single-handed.
Have you finished?
No, I haven't. And that place upstairs is no fit state for Angie and the baby.
Well, not yet.
Well, you do nothing about it, will you, without me?
Well, I might do. I mean, I've got lots of spare time. My photographic career's only lagging a bit behind David Bailey's at the moment.
You want to push yourself, son. Next time Princess Di wants some photographs of her kids, make sure she's got your number. Now, what room do you want me to have?
Look, to be quite honest, Dad, none of them. If we sublet the old basement, we'll have enough readies to pay for some help when Angie goes back to work.
You don't know her favourite when it's staring you in the face, do you?
Eh?
You seem to forget Mrs. Thatcher has given me plenty of free time for babysitting. Think about it. Me down here be like having the 7th Cavalry on tap, ready to steam in at a moment's notice.
I'll talk to Angie.
No, don't mention it to Angie. I've got a better idea. I'll move in on a trial basis, you know, prove me decorating skills, and I'll sew it all up with nappy changing demonstrations.
What do you know about changing nappies?
Changed enough of yours.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Well, I haven't. Took me years to recover from some of them. Right, I'm getting down the station, pick up Angie's mum. Be a nice tonic for her after the long journey. See ya.
Yeah, see you later, Dad.
Daphne!
This is a surprise.
Yeah, well, Nick reckoned you could do with a lift to the hospital.
I must remember to thank you.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time, Daphne. We seem to have lost touch since the wedding.
Yes. Still, what a shame. How are you?
Don't walk it on here, me. I'm ecstatic. Grandad, chuff rotten. In a nutshell, over the bleeding moon. I expect you feel the same, eh?
I think terribly thrilled sums it up best.
Make yourself comfortable. Oh, sorry. It must have got tangled up in my Lazy Q branding iron.
Lazy Q?
Yeah, it's a ranch.
A ranch?
Yeah, in Hounslow.
A ranch in Hounslow?
Well, ranch is a bit of an exaggeration. It's more like a converted cowshed, you know. We've got a bit of land with it, though. Not exactly the rolling prairies, just a little stretch that goes from the sewerage farm to the abattoir.
It sounds idyllic.
Yeah. We've got the use of a horse. We've done up an old surrey. Of course, a lot of people think we're just grown-up kids playing cowboys.
Extraordinary how some people jump to conclusions.
Right. Nick was in at the birth, you know. They put him in charge of mopping Angie's forehead.
Was it a difficult birth?
Well, it was for Nick. He killed over halfway through. Luckily they managed to carry on without him.
Yes. Well, I always knew he'd be a tower of strength in my daughter's hour of need. How's Angela?
Oh, never looked better. Couple of hours of labour, then out he popped like a cork from a bottle.
You are making allowances for that oil tanker, aren't you?
Amazingly wrinkled, though, isn't he?
Of course he's wrinkled. You'd be wrinkled if you'd been underwater for 9 months. Wrinkles are perfectly normal, Nick. I mean, what do you expect me to do? Iron him?
What are we going to call him then?
I don't know. But Wrinkles is definitely out. And now he's arrived, none of the names we thought of seem to fit. Somehow doesn't look like a Josh, does he?
No, he looks more like a walnut.
Lovely. Mummy will be pleased. We haven't had a walnut in the family for generations. I can't wait to see her face.
Yeah, well, let's hope she looks a bit more cheerful than when we got married.
Well, that shouldn't be difficult. Hope her train was all right. It's a long haul from Cheltenham. Anything could have happened. Last time it was skinheads.
I wonder if they're out of plaster yet.
I'm nice to her, Nick.
Well, she doesn't make it easy, does she? She always makes me feel about as welcome as a veruca.
Do you think she'll be able to get a taxi okay at the station?
There's no need. I've arranged for Dad to pick her up.
In his car?
Yeah, well, it goes, doesn't it? Sometimes.
You'll love him, Daff. He's a little belter.
Have they decided on his middle name yet?
We're only just working on the first name.
I thought that was to be Jeremy.
Jeremy? Jeremy? Oh, I didn't know Jeremy was on the cards. I'm not sure about Jeremy.
What's wrong with it?
Well, I just think it's a bit of a non-starter. You know, that's all I mean. I don't know about you, Daff, but... Well, all Jeremy conjures up to me is some old puff mincing about in purple trousers.
My late husband was called you.
Sorry, were you having a kip? I mean, I can tell at a glance that you're not the sort of woman who'd marry a bloke in purple trousers. But when all's said and done, there's a lot of great men were called Jeremy. Although I can't think of any offhand.
Thank you for the lift. I won't forget it.
Yeah, well, I expect you'll want some time on your own with Angie.
Very much.
Yeah, well, you go on ahead. I'll check the oil.
If you're a bit short, you'll find some on the passenger seat. Oh. Oh, he's so... Isn't he? Oh. Oh, you clever, clever girl.
No.
He's an angel.
Yeah, well, I'll do my best.
I think she means the baby, Nick.
Oh. I'll just go and take a couple of addresses and then I'll go and see how Dad's getting on, all right?
Addresses?
He's managed to drum up some work.
Here?
There's nothing to get upset about, Mummy.
Upset? Why should I be upset? I mean, what more could a mother wish for than to find her son-in-law touting for trade in a maternity ward?
They all want photos of their babies, Mummy. And Nick's a photographer, so why not? We need every penny we can get. It'll be at least 6 weeks before I get back to my job.
Back to your job? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious.
I want a word with you.
I thought for a minute you wanted a menu.
Serious about you forcing Angela back to work.
It's nothing to do with Nick, Mummy. It's my decision. And it's not just the money. I want to work.
But you've just had a baby.
And there was me thinking I'd just had me tonsils out. Now listen, Mummy.
Listen, I'm just going to go and see how Dad's getting on, all right?